Hey guys, today we're going to be learning the Riffle force. The Riffle force is a really effective card force where the spectator seems to have a free choice of card, but you can actually secretly force a card upon them and know what that card is. So I'll just give an example here from a spectator's point of view. The spectator can say stop at any point they want, and as soon as you reveal the point they stopped at, that card is already known to you. So that's what the Riffle force looks like. Let's get into it. So we're going to start off with our force card on top of the pack. For this video we're going to be forcing the Jack of Spades, so just remember that. And obviously to force the card you want it to be in the middle of the pack. So the method you choose to get that Jack of Spades into the middle of the pack is up to you. Just remember that you must keep a break above the Jack of Spades when it's in the middle to make sure you don't lose it, so we can locate it later on and force it on the spectator. So most of the time if I'm going to do this force to get the Jack of Spades into the centre of the pack, I'll just swing cut a few packets like that, and in innocent looking action that gets the Jack of Spades into the middle of the pack, and I can easily hold a pinky break. Okay, so just like that I've got my pinky break above my Jack of Spades and now it's in the middle of the pack. Other methods to do this would be you could do a one-handed cut and hold a break. You could even shuffle a card. You could out-jog a card onto the Jack of Spades, shuffle the rest of the pack on and get a break like that. So these are all methods of how to get a break on the Jack of Spades in the middle of the pack. Once you've got that break above the Jack of Spades, you can start the second step of the force. Okay, so next what you want to do is you actually want to riffle down the top left corner of the pack. So you're going to use your left thumb, and what you're going to do is you're going to hold the cards in a mechanic's grip. You're going to take your index finger and you're going to curl it underneath the pack. So if we look, you curl it underneath the pack and then you apply pressure upwards with that index finger as you push down with your left thumb on this corner here, and that should create the effect where you can riffle cards with your thumb. So you can see I can riffle down. As you riffle down, you just say stop whenever you like to the spectator, and hopefully they'll say stop somewhere in the middle, because that's where the Jack of Spades is actually located. So as soon as they say stop, you stop riffling down the pack and you say, are you sure you want this card? Okay, and you use your right index finger just to apply a bit of pressure here to lift it up to show them, this is where you want to stop. And this just adds the effect later on, you'll see why in a minute. So they say yes, I want to stop here, or no, keep going, in which case you keep going until they say stop again, and you just do the same thing. So as soon as they've said stop, you say, you want to stop here? They say yes. And this is what's going to happen. This is where the trickery comes in to force the card. You're going to tilt both hands downwards like this, and as you do it, you're going to close up that breaker that you've got at the front with your thumb. So you're going to lose that card that they've actually chosen altogether. So this is what's going to happen. You tilt your hand forwards, and I'll just show you what goes on. You just lose where they said stop. So you just release with your thumb altogether. We're going to ignore that card they chose and force the Jack of Spades upon them. So as we tilt our hands forward and close that break at the front, we lift off from the break we have with our pinky finger at the back like this. And we lift off and take this entire packet above the Jack of Spades and place it down on the table. We then say, okay, so this is the card you stopped at, take a look, and of course that's the Jack of Spades. So that's how the force works. It's very effective. I'll just cover that again. So once again, the Jack of Spades is on top of the pack. Cut it into the middle any method you want, and then you hold them at a break using your pinky finger. Then you take your left index finger, push up on the packet from underneath, riffle down the top edge of the packet with your left thumb. When they say stop, you say, you want to stop here? Insert your right index finger into that gap to convince them that that's where they're going to stop. Then take both hands, tilt them downwards so the spectator can't see this gap at the front of the pack anymore. Close that gap up at the front and lift off from the back of the pack at the same time, and show them they've just chosen the Jack of Spades. And if you do this right in all in one motion, it will seem like that break you are lifting off all the cards exactly where the spectator said stop, and they will really think they chose the Jack of Spades if you do a good job. So it's a very effective force, and it just creates a nice illusion. If you just do this in the mirror to yourself, you'll probably end up fooling yourself with this force. Okay guys, that's it for this tutorial. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, favourite, comment and subscribe. And if you want to see some more card forces in the future, just leave a comment down below saying what you'd like to see. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on my channel, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be down in the description below. As always guys, this has been Complete Deception, and I'll see you later.